I was really struggling with grief and depression, and I really wanted to just get away from the pain of all that sorrow.
Well, I guess when I first joined, I was struggling with my emotions, how to deal with them, how to express them, how to work with them, how to be with them.
When I came across Be a Beacon, I'd been pretty strung out over a few years caring for family members, studying and putting everyone else first. And I was looking for something to support me spiritually mainly, but also mentally, emotionally and physically.
I was really struggling when I joined Be a Beacon with being really lonely actually. I was really longing for a loving relationship. And not only that, I really wanted to find a career that I felt valued, respected and acknowledged.
Look, I think firstly when I first started, I found the resistance to surrender really challenging. And how do I move through it? I just had to surrender. I just had to give in and allow myself to surrender and not be so rigid and controlled.
What I found really challenging in the program was meeting my own resistance actually, like trying to get up in the morning and get the things that I know that were really important in order to cultivate this self-worth, in order to grow and expand, and really having that commitment to myself.
My biggest challenge was overcoming that grief and having it come bubbling up in through all the sessions, just to deal with that. And plus there was practices in there through the course that I was really struggling with, the physical practices.
And did you overcome it throughout?
Yes, I did. As I persevered over the 6 months, it was amazing. It was a bit slow at the beginning, but then after I actually started going into the practice, the grief started to lift, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like myself again. A few people have said to me, "Oh, your eyes are much more relaxed and you look 5 years younger." And I've got joy of living back, and I don't feel dictated. I don't feel defined by those stressful years, whereas it was my story for a while.
And life just is easier.
Beautiful.
Just love life more.
And how about the grief and depression that you started with?
Thankfully, that has, I wouldn't say it's disappeared, but when it surfaces, I recognise it for what it is, I embrace it, I let it flow, and then I let it go.
Beautiful.
Well, the best thing is my ability to manifest exactly what I wanted. Like 6 months now into the program, while I've been in a relationship, basically within 4 days of starting the program, so that was pretty quick. And I actually have recently relocated for a position where I feel incredibly valued, respected and acknowledged for who I am and what I do. And on top of that, it sounds crazy and unreal, but the person I met is actually moving from Melbourne. It was a long distance relationship, and now they're actually moving to Rockhampton to continue the journey and adventure with me. So I feel like how much more better can it get, really?
I'm up front for something.
Absolutely. Definitely worth it. Absolutely worth every cent. The time, it's not just that one day every fortnight. The time is your daily time in between each session, and it's worth every minute of it and every cent.
Yes, certainly I would. Everybody should be doing it. When I first joined, I was freaking out about the money, thinking how am I going to afford it, working out a plan. Now, at the end of the program, the money was always there each month. So I just say to anyone else, if you're thinking about the money, please don't worry about it, because it was always there. And I got goosebumps. It was just always there and always available.
Yeah, beautiful.
I would absolutely recommend the Be a Beacon program to any woman who feels but they're just sick and tired of the mundane kind of lifestyle of going to work or perhaps looking after the children, and really want more. Probably maybe sitting around in idle or neutral, maybe driving around in first or second gear, but just want like to go ahead and really crank it up and get the best out of life. Thanks.
But beyond your mind there is a blue sky. So lift up and fly high. This soul has traveled far just to find itself right back at the start, and realize that what matters is not where you've been. This soul has traveled far just to find itself right back at the start, and realize that what matters is not where you've been.